Imagine paying fortunes for an AI service that can only do what you already know, but in a much more substandard and generic way. That's the reality of today's AI promise. In this video, we are going to deep dive into the real cost of using AI, and we are also going to separate hype from reality. My 10 plus years experience as a tech entrepreneur has taught me one very important lesson: that don't make critical business decisions based on short-term trends like AI. I'm not saying entire AI is hype, but there is an element of hype and false optimism along with the real positive benefit. But separating hype from reality is important, and that is why I am making this video. If you are a tech business owner, then this video is much more valuable to you, especially while making critical business decisions related to AI and automations. So what is the real cost of using AI in your production pipeline? Whether that be automation, running a large language model, or generative AI, the fundamental reality remains the same. AI requires high computation powers, which means higher cost of operation. Here is a simple business formula which I use in business. Less input plus high output is equal to profit. Anything else is just a loss and not worth it. When you use AI in your business, it is important to keep the low input of energy and high output of value to keep your business profitable. Now keep this formula in your mind to understand the rest of this video. Another important point is think like a goldfish in a sea and don't behave like a shark who keep chasing every hype trend wave. Framework of decision making is much more different for small medium-sized business owners like you and me as compared to the big tech companies who are going all in AI hype trend. Let's say you want to deploy an AI model for your business operations. You have only two options. First is the on-premise option, also known as self-hosting, and second is the cloud-based AI option. Both of these options comes with its own advantage as well as disadvantage which affect the cost of your operation. For on-premise deployment, you will have to manage your own hardware, software, infrastructure and everything of your own server and machine. For AI, you will need a good GPU or TPU and a large size of RAM. Faster GPU means quick AI response and fast processing and less time to complete a task. So your cost of operation increases 10 times as compared to standard website hosting. And don't forget that GPU are energy hungry, so the cost of electricity bill might go up. For small or medium sized business, scaling might be a problem as you have to add more machines for more complex and bigger automation pipeline or tasks. But for large enterprise, this might be a viable option depending on your use case. The biggest advantage of on-premise AI deployment is you have full control, ownership, and flexibility of using AI model as per your requirement. The disadvantage is the high cost of hardware and you will have to maintain everything all by yourself. For cloud deployment, this is the most easy method to build AI automation pipelines because you don't have to own hardware or any infrastructure. Just sign up for the account and start writing code using their API. Example is Google Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, etc. etc. And for advanced use case, you can use Google Cloud Platform Vertex API or Google's AI Studio and many others. Biggest advantage of using cloud-based AI is it is easy for any beginner to build AI automation or AI pipelines for productions. The cost of cloud-based AI is much more affordable as compared to the on-premise AI deployment. In fact, most of the base plans are almost free. Like example, Google AI Studio allow 1 million tokens per month for free. The biggest disadvantage of cloud-based AI is lack of ownership and privacy. When you use cloud-based AI models, you don't have much control over it. And we all know that privacy is a big issue in tech industry today. Always remember that when you don't pay for the product,
you are the product.
Cloud-based AI are cheap and affordable, but the trade-offs are hidden. Cloud-based AI are like a rental model where you pay for services but you don't own anything and you don't have any ownership in it. If I as a business owner doesn't have ownership of my own AI model, then it is a red flag for me. My simple advice would be don't build critical AI pipeline or operations in cloud. Choose on-premise deployment in such cases. So now, what is the conclusion of all of this? Both on-premise and cloud options have its own advantage as well as disadvantage. Going back to our basic business formula, on-premise deployment has a high cost of input, whereas the cloud-based AI has a low cost of input. When it comes to the content of the AI output, the content generated by the LLMs and generative AI is always going to be the average quality, because that's how generative AI works, by copying the patterns from large data set and creating output. It is wiser to pay high cost for talent and skill, because humans have critical thinking, creativity, flexibility that AI can't replicate or AI can't have. Whereas AI models are good for generating mass content, but they lack critical thinking and creativity. So the question is it worth paying for a cheap generative output or invest in skillful people? AI isn't a silver bullet. AI is just a tool. It can either boost your quality or drain it if you are not being careful enough. And this is when you as a business owner has to make critical decisions based on your own perspective instead of what market or hype tells you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you get value out of this, make sure you subscribe my channel. With that said, have a nice day and bye bye.